P.S. I Love You, Film as Equipment for Living by Laurie Garnes. Applying Burke's concept of rhetoric as equipment for living to the film P.S. I Love You, Feinerman, Johnson, Kosov, Smith, and LaGravenese, 2007, demonstrates how the movie teaches its audience how to deal with the tragic loss and find purpose again. Burke stated that rhetoric provides guidelines for selecting a course of action by providing a vocabulary of thoughts, actions, emotions, and attitudes for understanding and interpreting a situation, cited by Littlejohn and Foss, 2011, page 358. Turpin, 2007, stated that the moral of the story is the practical lesson to be learned from it, page 1. According to Zhang, Zhao, and Yang, 2012, rhetorical theatrical sensibility makes us more aware of people as actors on a number of stages, and the more we identify with the hero, the more thorough our sense of purgation and catharsis. Page 187. Adams, 2007, explained how narratives provide life lessons. He stated we can learn how to live good lives and manage bad situations if we adhere to the lessons and experiences embedded in narratives. Page 7. Young, 2007, stated that audience have an active, conscious role in determining how mass media satisfy particular psychological and social needs. Page 451. Feldman, 2014, noted that people are often not prepared for grief over the death of a loved one. Page 491. Burke, 2010, stated that the loss of a spouse or partner in early or middle adulthood is a non-normative event that profoundly disrupts life plans. Page 519. Several theories on the stages of grief are discussed, including Feldman, 2014, Burke, 2010, Kubler-Ross, as cited in Dryden-Edwards, 2012, and Dryden-Edwards, 2012. Previous literature does not address exploring the grieving process through film, as it is used for equipment for living. The film P.S. I Love You provides a good example for this exploration. I broke down the effects of the movie to determine if it affected my emotions as I watched the film, whether it affected how I interacted in relationships, and if it changed how I acted under certain circumstances. The data collected are several important scenes from the film. Included are the first scene, which introduces Holly and Jerry, Jerry's memorial service, several scenes that describe Holly's difficulty in coping, Holly receiving letters from beyond the grave, and the potential for a new relationship. The analysis of the data discussed how scenes affected me emotionally and how they corresponded to events in my own life. Since we cannot ethically examine the day-to-day grief of an individual in an experiment, film provides an alternate way to witness this grieving process. I explored the emotional responses I felt in the film and how it related to my life the first time I watched it. I discussed the similarity to Holly's patterns after my divorce, both in isolating myself and later in redefining myself. I explained how the film's lessons helped to guide me in understanding my boyfriend's grief as he is a widower. Grieving the loss of a loved one is a difficult process, and experiencing that loss vicariously through the media of film provides a way of exploring how to manage that grief before having to live it. For more information, please see the included references.